Hello, everybody. It's another week's gone. I don't know about you, but I find the time just absolutely flies incredibly fast. Everything seems to roll into one. Just a quick summary of the week. We are in a pretty good place. The testing has continued. I think everybody's now been tested, and we're well prepared for August when there will be ongoing tests where tests are being made available. We've had to return a lot of the unused tests because these were a batch that they decided there was an issue with. So that's all good. On our staffing, I would just say that we are pretty much fully recruited. We're in a very good place on the overall recruitment. We are having a number of issues with absenteeism, which is part of the problem. It really sort of bedevils our sector. We're very clear if somebody goes absent without leave, AWOL, then if there is no good reason for that, then we will terminate their employment. We can't have staff who let us down. They let the individuals down. They let everybody else down. We've got a really nice film, an interesting film, which we're about to upload or have uploaded onto the YouTube, which is aimed at staff as well as everybody, as well as to give parents an idea about all of these issues. At the moment, we've got about 15 parent portals live. I know we've had some technical issues, which we would expect. It's an incredibly ambitious project. Thank you for fantastic emails that we've had from a number of parents who've already got it. Thank you very much, others of you who are being very patient. It's just taking time. It is incredibly ambitious, but once we get it there, it will be easier to maintain. And we would hope thereafter to be updating films probably about every 2 weeks. But we'll see how it all goes. It's a big logistical issue and problem for us, but it's an opportunity, and I think it's something we've got to really push forward on. We are getting very ready for what I term the insurgency, the COVID insurgency. Personally, I might be completely wrong. I don't think the second wave everybody talks about. There's so much conflicting evidence about it, or points of view about all of this stuff. I personally think it's just going to pop up and it's going to come suddenly here and then suddenly there, like an insurgency. And we could see that in a very short time, something might happen locally. Then we might have to shut everything down. So what we're planning from the end of September, we will be carrying out. We're not going to tell staff exactly when it's going to happen, but we will initiate a full drill and a full lockdown, probably for 48 hours, where we will just redisperse everybody back and go back into a lockdown mode just for 48 hours to test how everything's working. And we think we need to be doing this probably as an ongoing matter. Even when this horrible, filthy virus disappears, we think we'll probably have to do it. We ought to be doing it maybe every 4 or 5 months, just to test everything. One of the things you'll get is at that time you'll get an email, and we will ask you to confirm that you have received the email, because we will be testing to make sure that everybody who needs to have the right communications is receiving the right communications. All we can do with these things is to be incredibly proactive and to stay on top of it, is to try and outthink the problems in advance of them actually happening. So, please rest assured, everybody is working incredibly hard, not just to get back to the new normal. Wrong mistake there. Not just to get back to the old normal. New normal is out the window, and really just to apply the COVID sort of 19 issues. I know there's a lot of best interest meetings taking place and so on to try and hurry up enabling those of you who wish to see, well, obviously everybody wants to see your sons and daughters, but where it is feasible to do all of that. And I know all of this is ongoing, which is all sort of part of the COVID-19. How does that affect the old norm? And also, obviously, this new way of working, how can we do things better? And behind the scenes, there's a lot of really good stuff happening, which I'm very encouraged by. Going back to old staff meetings and so on, and getting people back into that routine is always going to be a little bit of a prickly thing after so many months, because we have very high expectations of how we expect staff to communicate. And so lots and lots going on. Well, I think that just about wraps it up for the week, other than to say that we managed to get away, and we're actually abroad at the moment in Greece. And it was a very interesting experience, having to wear a mask for the time, the duration of a long taxi drive to get to the airport, at the time of the airport for a 4.5 hour flight. And then PPE coming out the other end. And I think we must have done PPE for about 10 or 12 hours. And I just want to say how amazingly impressed we are with our staff, the fact, and everybody else is wearing PPE and carrying out a daily routine. And I think they're just fantastic. I would find it really difficult. And I know it was quite challenging for going on a nice holiday or getting away, but to be doing it every day, it's a real challenge. And I just really want to compliment all of our staff and everybody who are going about carrying their day-to-day work in difficult circumstances. So look, have a great weekend. I think the weather's going to be nice in the UK, and catch up with you next week. All the very best.